Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, September the 18th here at 222 with me, Tammeron, here live on Facebook. I am here each week and now uploading each one of these videos to my YouTube channel on Tammeron's Place. So if you haven't done so yet, please go. I know a lot of people love to share this video, so we are just getting back on track here now in September. So it's feeling a little cold, really felt the shift in the weather this past week, and lit a fire. So I've got a fire crackling in the side here, and drinking a warmer tea today. So I've got my full moon witchy poo cup here because, again, before I see all you guys again next week, we are going to have a full moon, which is also the fall equinox as well. So very powerful week ahead. We're going to be talking a little bit about how you guys are feeling this past week. I know myself, I've been feeling really whacked. So we're going to address that this week. And today's question we are going to answer with a 2-card draw is, are you feeling irritated and out of balance right now in your life? And the truth is, you know, when we feel this way, sometimes we like to blame other people and kind of blame things in other situations. And the truth really is, it is all about us, right? So how are we going to get ourselves back on track and take responsibility for these changes? Now, again, with everything happening astrologically, what's happening on the planet with the full moon coming up and the fall equinox, I have been feeling like there's been like almost like a spiritual detox. I can't describe it any other way. I had a sense of heaviness, feeling like very stuck in a sense, like emotionally stuck, which was causing me physically not to do what I normally do. And again, I'm someone who's taken the time for the past 2 years to rearrange how I wanted to live my life, being an entrepreneur and working from home. And, you know, taking the summer off and, you know, getting all my creative ideas together and getting ready for this month. I thought at first that maybe it was just me, like maybe did I slack off too much this summer? You know, I was starting to feel guilty again, even though I told myself this is now how I want to plan the cycles of my business. I kept thinking, you know, maybe this was detrimental for me. So this is how I was feeling last week and why I'm sharing it with you guys this week, because again, I took action in a few ways. And as of yesterday and today, starting to feel a lot better, but we do have this new moon coming up. Pardon me, the full moon coming up. The reason why I keep stressing this is because, and this is what we're going to be talking about with the 2-card draw, is what is that old version of you? Who are you representing? What part of you were you in the past, say, year or two in your business? And who are you today? What is it about yourself that you know is true, that maybe you've had this true calling, a pattern that keeps showing up for you, and yet in your business, you were not stepping up to the plate? Okay, so this is really the question we're going to be asking. And you can get out of this funk of thinking, you know, it's other people's fault, or it didn't happen the way I wanted, and so therefore I can't do what I want, blah, 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 blah. All right. Those victim stories do not serve us, yet this is what I was feeling emotionally. Okay. And it wasn't just me. I was seeing posts and seeing other people feeling the same way and really scattered. And the truth is, we have to take more time out in order to understand what is going on. So we need to learn how to slow down a little bit more, okay? So again, each week I take a 2-card draw, which I'm going to show you the 2 cards in a few minutes, from an oracle deck. So even though I call it a tea and tarot reading each week, this is the deck I'm using this year in 2018. I am Canadian. I'm very proud to be supporting another Canadian, Colette Barron-Reed. She lives in Toronto. She is an amazing teacher on how to use her deck and how to use these cards properly to ask the questions in the right way, which is what I do for you guys here each week. Okay, now they can come up in the reverse position, which means that we read the card a little bit differently. They are not negative. So I review that with you when it happens each week. The second thing that I offer you guys now is I actually give you the recipe this year for the tea blend that I have created based on, how it can help you emotionally and physically as well, especially with the changes in the weather. Because remember, anything from earth that comes from, I can't even speak, comes from a flower, tree, or the actual whole food itself is medicine for us, right? So this is why I talk a lot about essential oils and also foods and herbs that I am making a tea with. So now, if you would like the recipe, it is posted for free on my Tammeron's Place business event page. I've included the hashtag in this post as well, so just cut and paste that hashtag so you don't have to worry about spelling it. Go to the business event page and you're going to see all my Eventbrite listings from my free webinars and anything else that I am doing, because I'm here to support you guys as entrepreneurs. So I also talk about my membership at Tammeron's Place. Tammeron's Place is a membership for people that are working directly with me, either in my direct sales company, or they have joined because they were an entrepreneur of some level and they enjoy what it is that I'm talking about and how I'm working with the group. Okay, so that is a lot of fun. You'll be hearing more about that. Every event that I do will be promoting that membership. Okay, so today's recipe is called Get Up and Go. It's actually made with freshly brewed and dried ginger, organic ginger. And if you guys can see it, and I've added lime essential oil to it. Okay, so this really gets your digestion moving. It gets things moving through your system. And so emotionally, you feel better. So you feel less victimized by your situation and taking responsibility for yourself and saying, okay, I am ready to turn this around. Okay, so again, ginger and lime, go to my business page under Tammeron's Place. I will add you. You will get the weekly recipe as well, okay? Because I am actually putting together a recipe book. So super excited about some of these changes. And again, these are some of the ideas that came to me while I was off this summer. Wrote down what I wanted to do different and how I was going to show up differently for my team and for my business membership group at Tammeron's Place. So here we go. Again, 2-card draw from Colette Baron Reed's deck. I pulled 2 cards just beforehand. Again, remember, I'm learning how to use this new deck this year. So again, I need to sit with the cards a little bit and see, look at the pictures and that kind of stuff. So I don't want to be doing that live here on the video because sometimes I sit and look at the pictures for quite a while. So I don't want to be wasting time. But these cards are drawn for the question at hand. So if you're feeling a little bit irritated and out of balance in your life and your business right now, what advice is Spirit going to give us? So here we go. The first card is actually the challenge card. So this is the question we are posing and the direct answer. So it says, time for a nap. I just love the colors. Actually, the colors, look, they match what I'm wearing today. Isn't that awesome? I'm a fall, by the way. So it's saying basically time out here, right? So again, we're going to go into this card a little bit deeper. The action step that came up is a higher power, and it came up in the reverse card. Okay, so this is a protection card, which means that Spirit is trying to protect us by giving this message in the card upside down. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means, whoa, we got something to tell you. Or you know what, we're going to look at this a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to go into detail now. So time for a nap. So what is this card actually representing? It's basically saying you, and like myself included, I needed to take some time out. Like, why am I feeling irritated? Why am I feeling out of whack? And the truth was for me was that here I was saying I was going to live my life a certain way. I wanted to do my business a certain way. I wanted to have a different type of a schedule. And there was so much guilt coming up, even though I was doing it. And, and it wasn't until I had to start letting go of other people's versions of me, allowing other people to say things to me and, whatever it was they were saying, and I was holding on to that. So I was carrying other people's stuff. When in my truth, that's who I really wanted to be and who I wanted to represent for myself, right? So I needed to sit back and say to myself, what's true for me? And what is it that I need to let go of other people's stuff that I am dragging around with me? Okay. And it's about really being honest with myself. Had to journal that and decide, where am I giving my power away again? That's why I felt like the victim. It's like, why did I continue to do that over and over again? I am an entrepreneur. I have a choice to do things however it is that I want to do. That's the freedom of being an entrepreneur, right? Yeah, we have our ups and downs, but you know what? That's why so many of us want to be an entrepreneur. The action step is saying a higher power. So again, it came up in the reverse position. So if you're to look at this card, I want to make sure there's no glare on there. You know, it's like we are in alignment with our truth. Messages are coming straight through. You know, the key is to trust what it is that we're hearing, but it came up in the reverse position. So what this is actually saying is that it's distortion. It's that whatever it is that's coming through, it's distorted because believing in an old story or somebody else's version of us that is not true, somebody else's baggage. It's almost like psychic garbage that gets stuck there. All right. So again, this is why I was feeling on the weekend like I was having a spiritual detox. It was so strange. I wasn't talking to people or whatever, but I literally felt like I couldn't move. And it was like I was having, no one can describe it as I'll show you guys. It was like energetically, I was shifting the goop and it was like just coming out of me, but it was like showing me what's been weighing me down. Does that make sense? It actually showed me the stories of what is no longer true about me and what I need to let go of. So again, I spent some time journaling, really thinking about it because energetically, remember, full moon's coming up. Full moon is detox. Full moon is time to really let that go. And we've had so many planets in retrograde this past summer showing us our truth, right? Showing us your truth. What's true about this? What's true about that? What's true about this? And so in order to really step into all of that, sometimes we need to know what it was. We need to let it go. So if you're experiencing some of these old negative stories about yourself that maybe you've been carrying around since childhood or from past things that have happened, you know what? It's showing it to you so that you can say, bye-bye. This is the beauty of it, okay? And this is why I love to share with you guys each week exactly what it is I'm feeling. So I'm going to remind you, Monday is the full moon. So it's going to happen before I come back here with you guys next week. I'll be hosting an event on Eventbrite on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It is live. It is not recorded. So I'm going to encourage you guys to jump on. I'll be posting the link later today. And again, I'll be teaching you guys how to use the energy of the moon cycles to manifest what it is that you want in your life. So you get a template, you get a sheet. We talk about the archetypes, which are the personality profiles of you. And you start to understand what those actual archetypes are, because in your business, if you understand your dominant personality, then that's going to help you promote you as the forefront of your business. So it's super powerful. It's a lot of fun. The webinar doesn't go more than 45 minutes, maybe an hour maximum. We talk about some essential oils and, we pull in our energy together as a community to grant prayers, to hold your wishes for what it is that you want to let go of so that you can step into in your business. I've been doing this for years. I used to do it physically. So I will be doing a physical version of it on the weekend, and I'll be offering it to you guys for free on Monday night during the full moon. All right, so we're back on track. We're back to getting things done and posted and offering free webinars for all of you guys. So watch for the post below or send me a private message, okay? It is so much fun because you're going to learn how to use the energy of other people to help you so that you don't feel so alone in your business. Now, the reason I'm going to share this with you guys, because I'm super excited, the reason why I'm going to be doing a live version of this is because this weekend is my first official 2-day retreat here in Northern Ontario for the Fall Equinox. So it is my fullest version of anything that I do. All of my events are basically some level of a retreat. It's either everything I talk about to support entrepreneurs, or pieces of it. So the small things are like mini courses that are available in Tammeron's Place membership, or full on, you get to spend the whole day with me, either one-on-one or privately, and that goes anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, or a 2-night stay. All right. So again, lots of great changes for me this year, and super excited about that. So we're going to be doing some fun little witchy poo, what I call witchy poo rituals this weekend. And every time someone has either come to an event that I've done this, whether it was online in a webinar or in person, usually the next day, I will get a message from somebody, usually by first thing in the morning, that their wish came true. And it's amazing how this works. Again, it's about collaboration. So I'm going to encourage you guys to check that out. Okay. So here we go. Each week, I also offer what I'm now calling an astrological remedy for the week, meaning what 3 high-grade essential oils am I suggesting for you guys to stay emotionally balanced for the week ahead. So there's 3 oils I do each week, and the reason why is timing for the video, and just a combination of 3 essential oils sometimes is amazing. 1 sometimes kind of takes the curb off of something. 2, it's a little bit more, but for me, that magic number is always 3. When I combine 3 oils together, I don't know, there's so much synergy, and I find them more effective. So each week I give you a remedy of 3 high-grade essential oils. I do use a brand which is CPTG grade. And again, it is an organic grade. So, you know, by mixing them and just using a couple of drops, they're very, very powerful. And we can use them to help us shift our emotional energy. So we go into a different state. So there's 3 each week, and you can use them. You can actually add some fractionated coconut oil to it and make a roller ball and apply it topically on the back of your neck or your feet or whatever it is. And this week, actually, I've been making a spray. I've been adding water, and because I was feeling so irritated, almost like something's bugging me. So I used some very specific oils and threw them here in the spray bottle and added water. And I just literally sprayed them around the entrances to my door, to the bedroom, around the house, and just did an energy clearing along with it. So it was like, whoo, really changed the energy of where it was that I was living. Okay. The 3 essential oils that I'm going to recommend for this week for your astrological remedy are the following. I'm going to recommend cedarwood, white fir, and lemongrass. And the reason why lemongrass is really clears that stickiness. You know what I mean? It's similar to lemon, but a little bit different. It's very cleansing. So that's why I was talking about earlier in this video, where I just felt like all this sticky, icky goop energetically around me, and lemongrass actually kind of breaks it up. It dissolves it, and it just like allows it to move through. And white fur is really about that victim mentality, about things about the past, you know, and those old stories, and, you know, not being empowered to actually feeling like, yeah, I can do this, and to take responsibility for myself. And cedarwood is very similar in that sense, but it gives you a sense of collaboration, community, drawing in new people. If you're changing your story of you, remember, you will attract different people. So cedarwood is a very protective energy. So again, I was walking around this week getting cuttings of cedarwood to make for the gifts for my retreat visitors this weekend. It was like that fresh oil, that scent that comes off the branch, you know, as you pull it off, it's like, you know what, I feel like this is the essential oil I should be using this week. Again, so the 3 are lemongrass, white fir, and cedarwood. That's what I've been using, put it in my spray for the week, and been bathing in it and doing whatever I can think of. Okay, so it just really helped to move that energy yesterday and today, and I'm feeling a lot lighter and a lot happier, and I feel like I can actually move forward now, as opposed to just feeling overwhelmed and goopy. That's the only way I could describe last weekend. So really happy. And again, if you have any questions about how to use essential oils effectively, please send me a private message. I know a lot of people don't like to put comments here on the wall. So I encourage you guys to do that. And again, you're more than welcome to ask me questions on how you can join my membership at Tammeron's Place. That is my online support group for entrepreneurs. So you've got a safe place, you know, to just regroup, to maybe look at some of the things that maybe you haven't worked with anybody in your business that represents you, things like your archetypes, which are your personality traits, your avatars, and going a little bit deeper with your why. So, you know, this is all foundational stuff. But again, when you do this in the beginning or when you're going through a change, it just might be time to say, hey, new me, right? So these are some of the things that I love to talk about every month. We do 30, 60, and 90-day groupings of work and collaborating together, okay? Because I don't like to be working too much in December and in January. It's time for me to regroup and replan for the new year. And then I start up again in the spring, and then summer, it's like time off. Okay. So the membership only runs from mid-September to mid-December, and then mid-January to about April or May, depending on the energy of the group. So super excited about that. I just want to remind you guys, if you want the recipe for this week's tea blend called Get Up and Go with ginger and lime, it is on my Tammeron's Place business page. Again, the hashtag is on here. Just cut and paste that, go there, I can add you. That's where you're going to see all the events and the upcoming webinars, the free stuff that you can join, so you can collaborate with me on a different platform, and you can learn more information on how to be a member at Tammeron's Place. And it's a great place just to hang out, because again, a lot of the stuff that I do behind the scenes is very laid back, and it's just a lot more fun. So you get to see live videos of me inside my house, outside, adventures with my dog, a lot of storytelling, and a lot of community in my group. So it is a lot of fun. So thank you for listening. I hope to see you guys again here next week. Please share these videos again through YouTube on that platform. They are loaded each week on Tuesday evenings, and they'll be ready for you the next day on my YouTube channel called Tammeron's Place. See you then. Bye-bye.